Hello and welcome back, friends. My name is Kari. Today, I would like to discuss with you why we are moving away from the Justin Rhodes Chickshaw chicken tractor and what we're using instead. So if you haven't seen my previous video on the Chickshaw that we did, we had a video discussing the pros and cons of this Chickshaw, and overall it was positive. But after about 6 months, it became apparent that this was not for us. It wasn't necessarily that it was because it was our most expensive tractor or that it took the most time out of our day, or even that the kickstand wasn't functioning very well for us because it actually squashed a chicken at one point. And who knows, maybe that was just user error on our part. It just wasn't really working for us. We're not used to a chickshaw, so we're not really thinking about those little minor details. And it wasn't even all the poop buildup, which again, if my chickens are free ranging, the last thing I want to do is have to clean out their coop from poop. I'd rather just not have to deal with that. It's not even all of that. It really was the roof. The roof flew off during a minor storm. It wasn't a very bad storm, and it didn't do any permanent damage, but my husband went ahead and put in some screws. You can see here that another storm came. Again, nothing terribly, crazy, but enough that once again, the top flew off and then there was damage to the wood. The hinges on the back, you can see the heads of the screws even came off. And it wasn't even like terrible gusts of wind. We've never had this issue with any of our other chicken tractors as well. So unfortunately, this design just wasn't the best to withstand the gusts of wind that we have out on pasture. We don't have a lot of wind breaks on our pasture yet. So this might be something to think about if you're looking at using the Chickshaw. You can see here where the screws were and where it was taken off. And so despite having a latch per the specs and despite screwing the lid down, which is not what you're supposed to do, despite that, it still would not stay in place. Now, of course, we did use repurposed wood, so, but I don't attribute that to the issue. So we just had one too many issues with this Chickshaw for our like, and so this is what we're doing instead. The Covich Tractor, we actually have one. That was our very first chicken tractor. This is the book with all of the details and the plans on how to make it. You can buy this on Amazon. I'll link it below. But this is the go-to for us. It not only costs about half the amount as the Justin Rhodes Chickshaw does, but also it's just so much easier to maintain your chickens and to work with your chickens, to move them every day. The amount of time to move your chickens takes up maybe just 1 minute between putting the wheels on in the back and then pulling it forward a few feet, versus an hour of time at the end of the week to move your electric fence and move the Chickshaw. All of that is a lot of money and a lot of time. Whereas at least with the Covich, it's you move them a little bit each day. And that's a lot more doable from a busy homesteader standpoint than a big project at the end of the week, like moving the electric fence and pulling the posts up and then pounding them back in. And if the weather's not right, it's just not going to happen. Whereas with the Covich, even if the weather's bad, you can just run out there really quick, move them really quick. It's no big deal. And you can walk in it. So if you have to grab a chicken or isolate your rooster or what have you, it is much easier to do that. Whereas with the Chickshaw, you can't. I mean, the whole point is with the Chickshaw, you can open it from the top, right? And that's not really going to work. If you're trying to get your rooster and he's aggressive or he's avoiding you, that's just not going to work. And you can also put in these handy watering systems. We did that with the Chickshaw as well. Both of them worked fine with it, but actually the Covich it just seemed more area to put your watering system in if you have something like this that you want to hook up to it. That way you're not having to give them fresh water every single day. So both of them were equal in terms of the watering systems we can do. But I don't have to clean poop out of their coop. I can move it myself very easily and move it a little bit each day so that I'm not spending an entire hour at the end of my week moving all of the chickens. And I'm separating my breeds with the Chickshaw. You can do that, but This is just so much easier if you're going to have multiple breeds as opposed to having 5 different chickshaws and like 5 different electric fences. You can just have one of these for each of your breeds, depending on how many you have, of course. I think they kind of both hold around the same number of chickens. So they're about equal on that. So that is our plan going forward. We are going to have a whole bunch of Covich tractors. We have a couple of these low-lying tractors, which are just kind of grow-out cages actually for our pullets and our cockerels. We're just using them right now as a space until we get some more Covich tractors built, because it does take a little bit of time, but it actually takes less time in our experience to build the Covich tractor than it does the Chickshaw, um, for a number of different reasons, but also it's just a lot cheaper. So if you're looking to save some money and you need a home for your animals, I do recommend the Covich. The Chickshaw, again, there are lots of pros to it, and if you are free ranging your chickens and you don't have to fence them in with an electric fence, then maybe the Chickshaw is the right choice for you, because dealing with the electric fence, not only is it very expensive, but it is absolutely time consuming, and then sometimes those chickens can get stuck in the netting, and that's a whole nother problem to deal with. So we are separating our chickens out. They will each get their own Covich tractor, which can hold probably around 20 layers. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that was informative for you guys and help you decide which chicken tractor is going to be the right one for you and your needs. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.